Hi, my name is Marissa Decker, third grade teacher here at Washington Park School. On Sunday night, October 8, 1871, in a barn on Totowa Street on the west side of Chicago, a fire erupted that would spread throughout the city. By the time the flames were under control on Tuesday, 300 people were dead and 100,000 were left homeless. The cause of the fire was never officially determined, but that tragedy led to many innovations and safety reforms. My students will now tell you all about the Great Chicago Fire.
The first skyscraper was invented in 1885. The first invention was a safe elevator.
During the late 1800s, many inventions were created that changed the way people lived and worked.
Inventions are something that has been made for the first time.
In 1885, a Chicago builder brought inventions together to make the first ever skyscraper.
Baron Jennings' home insurance company building was built on a steel frame.
Chicago today is known as the home of the skyscrapers. On October 8, 1871, near a barn in the southwest, there was a fire that quickly spread.
Chicago burned down in less than 24 hours.
It became known as the Great Chicago Fire.
It took 5 years to build the first skyscraper. It was 10 stories high.
The skyscraper was invented over 140 years ago.
The Sears Tower was the first skyscraper after the Chicago fire. It was built in 1974.
The skyscraper requires a large amount of steel.
The skyscraper was only possible because of William Lee born Jennings.
The home insurance building in Chicago was the world's first skyscraper.
The light bulb made the building bright enough to work in.
Thomas Edison invented the light bulb. The year was 1879.
Edison found a way to bring electric power and light to an entire building.
Edison's light bulb solved the problem of bringing light inside a building.
Thomas Edison invented the light bulb so people could see.
Because no one wants to work in the dark.
It changed people's lives because it is important to see in a building that you work in.
Light bulbs are important because it's easier for people to see what they're doing.
Skyscrapers are important to use because people work in them and they take up less space in the city.
During the late 1800s, many inventions were created that changed the way people and communities lived and worked.
The elevator is important because people don't have to go up and down the stairs.
All of these inventions are important because they make up a skyscraper.
Steel is ironed and holds big buildings.
Henry Bessemer invented steel in 1856.
Andrew Carnegie's invention was to produce great amounts of steel in 1875. So now there was plenty of steel.
Steel holds many things like the Statue of Liberty.
Steel was invented so the skyscraper could stand tall and strong.
With steel, buildings would not fall down.
An elevator brings people up and down in a building.
Elevator brakes prevented the car from falling. This was a great advancement for skyscrapers.
The elevator was invented in 1892.